Welcome to Pitchside. It's Wednesday and there's something in the sky that we're not used to here in Westport really. The sun is absolutely beaming down on us and we mightn't be too much longer in the office, Ronan, I'd say.
We'll head for Bertra.
Yeah. Myself and my colleague Ronan O'Donnell, we're thinking of heading for the beach, but until then we'll talk about Championship last weekend. We were caught up for the last day or two talking and thinking about Andy Moran being the new Mayo manager, and we'll go back to that during the week because he's going to be ratified tomorrow night, Thursday night in Castlebar. So, but look, last weekend it was all about Championship. It was just a great weekend. It's one of the great weekends to be a sports reporter in the Mayo News. So tell us where you were, Roland, first.
Yeah, it started off on Friday now. Games on Friday. It's really great to see. I was out in Ballintubber to see Ballintubber get over the line against Charlestown. Really tight game. Low scoring now, 12-10. Paul Towie and Cillian O'Connor, obviously the stars of the show. It's a close game, but Ballintubber got there in the end now. They're tipping away nicely, I think.
The Ginger Tiernan nearly got Charlestown over the line. A big shock it would have been.
Yeah, Paul Towie is crucial to Charlestown. Probably if they had another Paul Towie, they would have been thereabouts, but it's a one-man show there.
Paul Towies are unique, aren't they?
Oh, they are, very, yeah. And then Saturday I made my way out to God's Pockets, Lewisburg.
Yeah.
They went up against Hollymount, and I was
Hollymount Carmore now.
Yes, Hollymount Carmore. I was a bit disappointed in Lewisburg now, to be honest. I thought they would have put up a better performance.
Yeah.
The 3-7 to 10, 10 scores apiece. Very close game, but low scoring as well.
Yeah, the visitors got goals early on. That might have knocked Lewisburg.
Three first half goals, Darren Cohn and Jack Kane had a serious game. He's a
great guy.
Good player.
Yeah, good player. And then we met, actually. You weren't reporting on it in Kilmina. That was a big one.
Kilmina, big derby there between Burrishoole. Looked close going in at the break. Burrishoole with the win, they were 5-6 up, but Kilmina turned it around as I expected. 3-11 to a goal, I think, in the second half.
Yeah,
they outscored Burrishoole. It was a good win for Kilmina now.
Yeah, and where were you on Sunday then?
Went to Ballina to see the county champions. A serious performance. Evan Regan stole the show there. 2-9 in the first half, I think. The game was basically over at half time.
Yeah.
Struggling Ballyhauna's team, but they'll have better days ahead, no doubt.
You're a big Evan Regan fan. Always have been.
Always have been. Evan Regan, back to 2015, 2016 when he was arriving on the scene. He's a serious talent, a serious boot, and he knows where the posts are.
Yeah, I had a great weekend. Really great weekend. I started off in Bofina on Lahardon's home pitch. Lahardon is my mum's club. And I always get a huge welcome there. They remember that, and I was just blown away. Ardnary and Lahardon, what a game. Two great clubs, and it was such a lovely evening, a draw, and went on then to Westport on Saturday against Mayo Gales. Great crowd. The setting was fabulous, and the game never really took off. Mayo Gales were right in it at half time, 6-6, and they had the wind in the second half, and everyone thought they'd push on, and I was getting ready for a big shock, but no, Westport came out and blitzed them in the second half. Kevin Kane, I think he has found the fountain of youth somewhere, and he was excellent, and great to see Owen McLaughlin back, the Mayo footballer, and then down to Kilmina where my wife is from, so it's very special too. That's two fantastic clubs, Kilmina and Burrishoole, and the fun in the crowd was actually probably better than the game. The game, Burrishoole came out and tore into Kilmina, but just hadn't enough squad depth, I guess, really. Liam O'Malley doing a great job, but they just couldn't compete with Kilmina in the second half. But the fun in the crowd was excellent. And then on Sunday, because games changed, I was supposed to do 2 games, but only ended up doing 1 because, but it was, I thought it was a magnificent game. Parke and Kiltane. Parke, lots of people's, tips, and I like the club. I think they have a great. I still think they have a chance in the championship. But Kiltane, there is no club in the world like Kiltane, I think. They're limited in some ways, as in numbers, but my God, they're not limited in skill or passion or absolute talent. And I think Liam Donoghue at midfield, he announced himself. He was magnificent. Josh Carey up front, John Ginty, they were excellent. Parke kicked a load of wides. Kiltane stuck in it. 5 points down, man down, and that's when they started, and they won by 7. It was fantastic. But we had a very busy day then on Monday. It was your first experience in the Mayo News of a Championship Monday. It's mad. It starts about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it goes right through till about 8, half 8, and we got all the games in, and we got teams of the week and comments. There's a few nice little comments here in the paper this week. It comes from the Laherdon game on Friday night. I knew when I heard it was going to get in the paper. It was the Ardnaree were against the wind in the second half, and someone in the crowd started shouting, "Slow it down, keep the ball, put it in your pocket."
Yeah,
and I saw Liam McHale and Rory Clark looking around thinking, it's not exactly now what I'd be telling them to do. You know, it's awkward enough to put it in your pocket. But
yeah, especially size 5 O'Neill. A size 2 or 3 maybe with a size 5.
And that brings us to another point in Kilmena. The mystery of Kilmena really that has to be solved is it was noticed by the linesman Rory Carell at half time about the football. The football that was being played with between Kilmena and Burshule, it drew great laughter in the second half because it wasn't branded Kilmena and it wasn't branded Burshule. It was branded Westport. Wherever that ball came from, nobody really knows.
Yeah, I think Burshule visited Westport a few weeks ago in the league. So it's more than likely Burshule now.
Oh, I couldn't say Westport have been known to go to Kilmena too. Yeah. But it's lovely to pick up stuff like that. You know, they're the things that make Championship special too.
Yeah,
you know. We heard there was a great game in Garrymore and Crossmolina. I heard that was a stunning match. Crossmolina, the young pretenders, Garrymore, who've been there for a lifetime, and it's a super game. So there are so many good games. We have a great picture on page 3 of the paper of Cillian O'Connor somehow coming to rest on the Charlestown centre back, Jack Corley.
Yeah.
Now, probably, everyone needs a break in a game, but it's interesting how Cillian came to land on his back. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I was actually at that game now. There was a bit of a wrestling between the two now all game. It wasn't just once off.
Good lads though.
But it's Championship. That's what it's all about.
And I have to say, some of the pictures in the paper this week, I love them. Conor McKeown and David Farrell were out, and they really caught the essence of it, really.
Yeah.
And the only problem we have in the paper sometimes is we can't get enough pictures in. But we got to every game. David Rishke went to my kingdom, Ballycroy, and it was a very special day down there. The lads were playing on the new surface for the first time, and an emotional, historic day, and he captured it extremely well. And they got well beaten by Bunnycannon, but that was going to happen. Now they look at the next games and what they can do there, and that'll be very interesting. But Bunnycannon and Kilchmark going very well, and Shrule Glencarg.
Yeah, Shrule had a big win over Swinford. Yeah, even Ballycastle, they had a big win.
What a
massive win over Killala. I think the wind had a slight effect there. I think they were 9 or 10 up at half time.
Killala didn't score in the first half. Yeah,
amazing. Yeah, it was a strange game now, but
yeah. I've played in Tom Langan Park. It's a famous place, and we were all stunned in Kilmena seeing that result happening, and Ballycastle, great club, so they love that, beating Killala.
And that wasn't the only shock, Belmullet going to Castlebar, beating Mitchells. That was, not many expected that, but Ryan O'Donoghue who had it again, I think got 1-9, a serious performance.
Belmullet expected it though.
Yeah. Castlebar were missing a few, but like a club of Castlebar's size, there should be no excuses there.
Absolutely.
Their B team went up to Ballinrub the following day, and another good experienced team. So they have the numbers.
Yeah, and the death match now between Brafey and Castlebar coming up. Brafey drew at Ahmore. Ahmore top team, so
solid. Yeah,
that wasn't really a shock. Brafey were also missing a few, and as Ahmore were. But now the death match. Mitchells and Brafey in Brafey.
Yeah, I think Sean Dean's men, I think they could knock out Castlebar now. No more than Kilmena going up to the Neil. I think Kilmena could nearly knock out the Neil. It's round 2, there's going to be some serious clashes.
Don't hold back now.
Oh, I won't. Yeah, some big games now in round 2.
Yeah, big games. But if Mitchells go and beat Brafey, I think Mitchells could go on and be really impressive in the Championship. But that's the big but, isn't it?
Yeah, I think me, yourself, and Oisin Bradley all predicted Castlebar and Mitchells to win their senior title. But after round 1 now, I'm kind of changing my mind now. I think Ballina will be a hard bet. They have a serious squad there, and the way they play football, Niall Heffernan and Cora Staunton on the sideline.
Absolutely,
she has a massive say on this team, and They'll be hard stopped.
Yeah, and we're also kind of forgetting one of the most impressive performances in the senior championship was Knockmore. They went out to Ball. Everyone expects them to do well, and Knockmore won well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Dempsey's men, they're always solid. I think Kevin McLaughlin is back now.
Yeah.
Conal Dempsey, man of the match, another serious player on the middle. Orm up top. Knockmore, they'll be thereabouts like as well.
Oh, they will. They will. They're a top team. So it's going to be really interesting. We'll pick our player of the week later in the week on Friday. Friday's Pitchside.
Yeah.
But Ballaghdreen, we can't forget about Ballaghdreen. Well, definitely not this week, I think, with Andy. But he was in the subs the weekend. But Cuba Callahan, like, he's shooting the lights out, isn't he?
Outstanding, yeah. I think he got 113.
Yeah.
And he made up the other goal, you know. He'll be surely called into the Mayo squad now with Andy there. One would assume, like.
One would assume, yeah.
And he deserves it, rightly so.
Yeah.
Top scorer last year in the championship, Cuba. He knows where the goal is.
I was trying to work Cuba missile crisis into the headline, but I just couldn't. But maybe next time, you never know. Yeah. But look, we could talk about it all day. But let's quickly go through the teams of the week. It's I can only imagine. I'd love to get picked on team of the week.
Yeah.
So the senior team of the week, Adam Byrne in goal. We'll go through the lines. He's supposed to have had a really, really good game against Brave. He kicked 4 points and made a great save from David Naria here. You know,
crucial scores as well. Adam Byrne, you know, it's a big key in any team's arsenal, a goalkeeper to come up and kick long range frees, and Adam Byrne certainly has it in his locker.
He has, a really good guy. The full back line, David McHale, David McBride and Brendan Collins. You saw Brendan playing?
Brendan, he had a serious game. I think he was Mayo under 20 in recent years.
Mayo minor too with us with Sean Dean.
Played wing back now the last day. Came up and kicked 2 big points, and he's a speedy player and a good player as well.
Good fisherman too, I hear.
I heard that. Interesting enough.
And David and the 2 Davids, like, they'd get into any team in the country.
They're always solid.
Yeah, absolutely. The half-back line, Shane Nally, Conor Loftus and James Ivers from Belmullet. He might have been a surprise, actually. James. The hair team was fantastic.
Like Nally and Loftus, they're big names in Mayo, really. But Ivers, not so much. No, I've never actually heard of him. I don't know much about him.
His other brother we've heard of.
Yes,
but this guy was supposed to have been brilliant at the weekend. Then in midfield, 2 big men. I wouldn't like meeting them in Jason Gibbons and Conal Dempsey.
Yeah, Gibbons, I seen him in Ballintober. He had a massive game around the middle, just fetching kickouts. He's been doing it for the last 10-15 years for Ballintober. And if Ballintober were to lose Jason Gibbons, they'd be in serious bother, I think.
He's a fantastic player.
He's a massive player for them.
And Dempsey had a big say in how Knockmore did. I'm delighted to see that. He's he's around of height and he's a really fine player. The half forward line, Dylan Thornton, Cuba Callahan and Liam Lavin, like. You know, he does it with the hurlers, but somebody said in the office on Monday, I don't know, it was yourself, he could be a Mayo footballer as well.
It actually was me. I said Liam Lavin, you know, there's certainly, you know, he deserves a shot at county football. I think whatever, I don't know, his circumstance with the commitment side of things, you know,
he might be more of a hurler. Who knows?
In with the hurlers, but you know, he's well capable of making a big difference with the footballers.
Top guy, and Dylan Thornton, great talent in Ballina as well. The full forward line. This would take some beating, really. Evan Regan, Kevin Kane and Ryan O'Donoghue. Like, you've got it all there. Like.
Yeah, Kevin Kane, you know, used to be a full back, played in All Ireland's, marked Michael Murphy, of course. But now he's at the opposite end, and he practically won Westport the game the last 2 with some.
He did, yeah. Came on as a sub and just took the game by the scruff of the neck and was, you know, was bouncing around the place. Bouncing off men too, And Regan, we've already spoken, and Ryan, they're 2 of the best there is.
2 classy forwards,
And the manager of the weekend senior was Kieran Lavelle from Belmullet, and I know Mao is nobody knows him as Kieran in Belmullet. It's Mao, and Mao was, I'm sure now, Saturday night, I'd say he was a happy man. The intermediate team of the week. In goal from Kilmaine, Adam Keady. Mike Kelly was reporting on that. He said he made some excellent saves against my Davids, and against my Davids he'd get plenty of practice, I'd say. Then the full-back line, Owen Doherty, Kieran Kilkine from Kilmina and Ryan Binley. I saw Doherty and Kilkine playing. Doherty, Mayo under 20, he was really, really good for Kiltane, because Parke have a really good forward line. Doherty was very good. Kieran Kilkine, he held Adam Rahil relatively well, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Rahil is a big player for British, but Kilcoyne, he was in with the Mayo under-20s a few years ago.
Yeah.
He's a big player. He's important for Kilmina.
Liked him, and his tackling, his timing was excellent. Binley, he goes under the radar a lot of the time, the cornerback from my Davids, but I hear he was very, very good. So it's great to see good defenders. The half-back line, Lee Maloney, James Duffy and Jack Mulcrone. Now they are three of the finest young footballers in Mayo, really.
Three very promising players, you know. They're in around early 20s as well. Duffy in with Mayo, Jack McCarone was in. They were all in with Mayo actually, underage.
We had Liam and Jeremy with us with the minors. Two outstanding footballers. And Mulcrone, sure, where would he leave it? His father is still in the subs.
Yeah, it's past a legend in Kilmina, you know. Jack is a serious player. He's a serious engine. I think he's captain this year.
Captain, led from the front. He was excellent.
Excellent.
Midfield then we have Jack Keane and Liam Donoghue. They picked themselves, really. There was a lot of good midfielders proposed for the team of the week, but nobody could get by these guys. I saw Donoghue play him. He was majestic. And Keane, I'd know him well from the minors too. Top fella, really good. Got a goal out there, I hear.
1-1, it was important around the middle, you know.
Yeah, then the half forward line, Brian O'Flaherty from Idenady, Cian McHale, my Davids, and Jack Melvin Davids. Cian just off the plane as well, came on as a sub.
That's right.
Kicked 6 points and set up a goal and a few points as well, I hear. And Brian O'Flaherty, he's one of the stories of the weekend.
Yes, you know, not many people, including ourselves, really didn't give Idenady much chance against
we didn't give them a hope, really. Let's be honest,
But they done well now, in fairness, and they were unfortunate to draw. They probably could have won that game against Davids.
Yeah, it could, and absolutely, it's great to see. But O'Flaherty, the story is, he was a goalkeeper. He was Mayo under-20 goalkeeper. Then suddenly arrives out. He's number 14 on him. He plays midfield, and he kicks 2-pointers from down around, I'd say, out near Castlebar or somewhere. He was super, I hear. Melvin held his nerve brilliantly. They were a point down in injury time. He had already done well from midfield and kicked to 45. He is really, really good with Davids. Then the full forward line, again, this is a top full forward line. Josh Carey, Ethan Convey from Ardnary, and Shane Finnerty from Laherdon. Carey, he was super against Parke. He even scored a goal, I think, from about 55 yards. He's claiming it anyway. It was a 2-pointer free. It dropped in and it ended up in the net, and he's claiming it, so fair play to him. Convey, in the first half against Laherdon, kicked 8 points. 8 points. And then Finnerty in the second half, I didn't know, it was very hard to pick man of the match between Convey and Finnerty. Finnerty did fantastic, dragged Laherdon back into it, and just they're three very, very good forwards. That's one of the things we noticed. I think the forwards were playing really well in the championship.
And there's a lot of 2-pointers as well, you know. I think the Ballina game, those 8 altogether.
Yeah.
People say there's not...
That's more than Mayo kicked all year.
Exactly. People say there's not many 2-pointers in Mayo. I disagree completely.
Yeah.
Regan got 4 alone in the first half.
Yeah. Oh, they were everywhere. There was... Carey kicked one from everywhere. O'Flaherty, as we said. There's so many guys kicking 2-pointers.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic score from Niall McDonald. No surprise though, knowing the man himself. But if you have any video of an outrageous point, a fantastic goal, a great moment in the championship, don't be afraid to send them in to Mayo News, to the Mayo News here at sport@mayonews.ie or directly to our Instagram page. We have a key number as well in the paper this week. The number 7. It's a favourite number of many people. But explain what it's about.
Yeah, those seven brothers in Ballinrobe, you know, they didn't line out. They're on the panel.
Yeah,
but like Duffy's, Burke's, there's 7 of them altogether.
Yeah.
It's a serious achievement for a club to have 7 sets of brothers.
Yeah. Ballinrobe have gone under the radar slightly. I think they're thereabouts. Yeah. And we cannot forget the intermediate manager of the week. Now Michael Welch from Idenady pushed him hard, in fairness. And if Idenady had won, probably might have got it. And there's always next time. But Shane Lindsay from Kiltane. I know Shane a long time. He was an excellent forward. Travelled back from the UK to play for Kiltane for a lifetime. Now he's managing them, and he did exceptionally well. Yeah, he's a really, really good manager. Interestingly, Michael Welch will bring Alan Nady down to see Shane Lindsay and Kiltane the next time. And that's going to be a fantastic game.
Yeah, Kiltane, that was a bit of a shock now against Parke. I didn't really see that coming, but...
Yeah. I had them as dark horses.
Yeah, you did, in fairness. It was a good weekend for the Ayres clubs, and Kiltane was the centre of it,
Yeah.
Big win.
3 out of the 4 Ayres clubs won, and excellent for Ayres. But look, we could talk about championship all along, and we will have more predictions next week. Our predictions are we've some come true, some don't. It's very hard to predict, isn't it?
It's always,
yeah. Unpredictable, which is brilliant. But we'll talk more about our player of the week and about the weekend and about 2 management appointments. Andy Moran will be ratified tomorrow night. We'll talk about that on Friday, and the Mayo ladies manager will also be announced on tomorrow night. I'd say it's the first time ever that the Mayo senior men's and Mayo senior ladies manager will be announced the one night. It'll be very, very interesting. So for now, thanks for watching, and check us out again on Friday.